Chapter 20.
Chapter 20.
So they land on this dullish brown, and then it's this dullish grey, dullish brown color planet, and
But it's Arthur's first alien planet. He's very excited about it.
and he's like, it's like, it's fantastic. It's like, it's a desolate hole if you ask me. It's like, no, don't you understand? It's the first alien planet I've ever been on. But yeah, then it's like, but it's a pity it's such a dump.
Yeah, I think Zephod gets kind of sad about it because he was very excited about finding Magrathea, and he was expecting it to be like made of gold or something, but yeah.
It's just a dump.
Yeah.
But it turns out they go to this crater, and it turns out the whale.
The crater is made by the
sperm whale.
the whale hitting the ground.
It's weird because in my head I am like, when it was talking about a crater, I was like imagining this giant valley. It's like, how much could have this? But yeah, I know, it's weird. It's either the whale hit the ground really hard, or it was like a dent in the floor.
I mean, yeah, the whale probably hit terminal velocity. I don't know.
Yeah.
In any case, it's a very large animal. So
yeah. Well, they were in the upper atmosphere.
Made it decently big.
Well, yeah, because it said, is it this chapter where it says Arthur just walks around it for a bit because he gets bored? But he does. So he must be quite big if you can make a small walk of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I mean, whales are notoriously big animals, so.
Yeah, definitely sperm whales. But
I would imagine one hitting the ground and exploding makes a decent sized crater.
Yeah, so they go into this hole, and Zaphod is like, "Hey, Earthman, Arthur, could you keep guard with the robot?" And then it's quite funny. Arthur's like, "A guard? But I thought you said it was safe here." I was like, "Well, just for safety." And then he replies, "Whose, yours or mine? Good lad. Okay, here we go."
Yeah, basically ditches him.
Yeah. I guess Arthur would be quite useless in this situation, and no one likes Marvin. But Marvin just goes to sleep because he gets bored. So they go through...
At one point, it does mention that Trillian sees something out of the corner of her eye.
But then, and then she looks back and it's just... Trillian was reminded unavoidably of the London Underground. Which, oof. Just, it must be quite... It does do quite a good job at, reminding you that these two Earthlings have lost everything they've ever known. So, even, the slightest reminder is quite sickening, I guess.
Yeah, well, also, I think it's implying that the London Underground is not the cleanest.
Yeah.
Which I don't imagine any subway really is.
No. But, yeah. So, I guess it's... I guess it's both a jab at the London Underground and also, I guess it's a reminder of home.
Yeah. And they have the role of, being relatable. Because that's, that's an analogy that, the readers can understand because they're...
Yeah, and they're keeping us...
From Earth as well.
They're keeping the story quite grounded, I guess, throughout this whole thing.
Yeah. It might remind Ford it might remind Ford of something from, the vicinity of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean much to us.
Yeah, but, yeah, telling us about the London Underground and the intervals along the walls with tiles with large mosaics. There's quite the London Underground, which isn't the, let's just say 1960s through 70s architects weren't the best. But yeah, but
Marvin starts humming whenever he gets annoyed with humans being too humany. I think at one point Zaphod just hits him, so he stops.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then at the end of this chapter, it's interesting. There's a very detailed explanation of like Zaphod's brain or brains.
Oh yeah. And he seems to have good ideas, but only when they seem to suit an exterior motive. Or...
Yeah, and he does all these tests, and he finally finds the thing he's looking for. And he sees
green
that,
filter.
Yeah, he sees that like a bunch of neurons have been cut off.
Yeah.
But it's marked with his own initials.
Yeah. And its initials are said B.
Zaphod B. Wilbrox. I mean, he's assuming, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess they're assuming. It could be...
I'm not sure why someone
Zim
would mark
Zam
their
Blip
initials
Floppy
on someone
Boop.
like that anyways, but...
Yeah. But, yeah.
But yeah, so that's interesting. I wonder if we'll... I assume we'll hear about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in the next chapter.